Mr. Jones. My name is Kristin Davis.
Hi.
Hi, I work for the Public Defender's Office. I'm here to represent you. I'm sorry to meet you under these circumstances. How are you doing?
I'm a little confused and angry.
It's understandable. Can you start telling me a little bit more about what happened?
Well, the day in question, I had decided to take the subway to see my dad. I work with my dad. We're doing TV repairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on my way, and I had all of my tools with me in a toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
And I had noticed that a screwdriver tip on my screwdriver was banged and damaged, and I didn't know how. So, I'm paying attention to that while I'm going through the subway station, and I paid my toll. And as I'm walking down the steps towards the actual subway, coins start coming out of the dispenser. And
where was this dispenser located at?
It was up at the top of the stairs, and I had already started my descent down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was distracted and just paying attention to that and not really understanding what was going on,
Mm-hmm.
until all of a sudden this cop starts yelling at me to stop, and I just didn't understand why. And I got a little scared, and so I just took off running.
And where did you run to?
I started to run back down towards the subway until another officer came and stopped me and arrested me.
Why did you feel scared of the police officer at the time?
Because about 7 years ago, I had a run-in with the police.
Mm-hmm.
My friends and I thought it would be a cool idea to do a prank at the Washington Monument. So we were going to put our school flag at the top, and it didn't go so well, and the police officer that arrested me was very physical and abusive. And I had one night stay in jail, and I had community service.
Okay. And what happened at this point in time when you began to run? What did the police do?
The other officer, I shoved the one officer out of the way and just started to run, and the second officer stopped me and arrested me. And the point at which he came and was yelling at me, and the point at which I was in the back of the squad car, everything is a blur. I don't really remember the exact scenario.
Now, I didn't explain this in the beginning, but everything we talk about here is confidential. So I don't want you to feel like there's anything that you can't tell me about what happened, because it stays between you and me. Just here trying to help you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I noticed that with the charges that you were charged with, one of them was assault and battery. Do you remember hitting or striking either of the officers or anybody at that point in time?
I don't remember hitting them. I remember kind of pushing the officer out of the way just because I was so afraid, and I didn't really understand why they were coming after
Mm-hmm.
me. I was minding my own business, trying to get to my dad, and just paying more attention to the screwdriver.
Okay. What happened to the screwdriver during this whole incident? Did you keep it with you, or did it drop on the ground? Do you remember?
I don't really remember. The police have the screwdriver.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember, descending down the stairs and being chased, and I don't know how they got the screwdriver.
And where was your dad while you were running? What did he do?
Well, my dad was actually back at the store, and he doesn't know any of this is happening. He's actually mad because he thinks I just skipped out on work, but I'd rather not involve him because of my prior run-ins. I'm trying to make a good example and show him that I'm responsible. So My dad doesn't know about this at all.
Okay. And what would you like to have happen? What is like the ideal way that this would turn out for you?
Oh, I'd love for it to just all go away. I have another part-time job at a convenience store that I haven't told them about the arrest because I'm afraid that if I tell them that, I'm going to lose my job with them. I don't have any money, so to pay like a fine or anything like that. And I didn't do anything. I was walking down the stairs, and I didn't do anything. I was afraid, and that's why I ran.
Okay. So let me go over the facts again with you just to make sure that I have them right in my notes and in my mind. So you were walking toward the subway.
Mm-hmm.
Now, were you walking up the stairs or down the stairs?
After I paid my toll, I would be walking down the stairs.
Down the stairs. And at that point, you saw the coins coming out of, was it a vending machine or a change machine?
It was more of like the machine in which you put your money in to pay your
you
fare.
paid the toll. Okay.
Yeah.
The toll machine. All right. So then the money was coming out, and then at that point in time, you were looking at your screwdriver, though.
Mhm.
You were examining that.
Yeah, because I don't have money to afford to buy new ones. I was really worried about that being damaged and broken.
Mhm.
And I used it to help with my dad. So
Okay. And so then the police at that point started to yell at you when you were walking past the coin machine?
no, as I was descending down the stairs, they started to yell at me to stop, and I just didn't understand. I mean, I had already gone by.
Okay. Okay, so sorry for that little interruption.
Oh,
I apologize. You know, it's difficult sometimes people walking in and out.
that's okay.
So we're going over the chronology of the events,
Mhm.
and we were just at the part where the police officer started yelling at you, I believe.
Right. Yep.
So this was one police officer that was yelling at you, or is there, how many was there at that time?
It was just the one that I heard yelling at me, and he started to like come towards me.
Okay.
And then when I saw him coming, you know, I just shoved him out of the way, like not even thinking, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And then I just ran. And then there was just another officer that stopped me and arrested me.
Okay. How was it the second officer was able to stop you? Like what happened at that point in time?
He just caught up to me, and at that point it was kind of like I had nowhere else to go, so I kind of gave up my fight.
Okay. Did everything go okay after that as far as like your trip to the police station?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously I didn't want to be there, and
Mhm.
I didn't have the money to pay for any of this, and I was super scared and angry and upset that I was in this situation. And
I noticed that you're out on personal overcognizance. What were you able to tell? Like, how did you explain that to the judge?
I spent $100 on bail,
Mhm.
and you know, so that I wouldn't have to go to jail, because I
Okay.
didn't want to have to report it to my boss, and I didn't want to have to get my dad involved, and you know, he doesn't have a lot of money because the TV repair thing is just a thing on the side that my parents use for you know, incidental expenses, and so I didn't want to bother him, and I kind of wanted to show him that I can handle things. If he knew I was arrested again, and he wouldn't be too happy.
Okay. Now, is your only other prior arrest the time with the Washington Monument?
Yeah.
Okay. So other than kind of keeping things quiet and peaceful with your parents and with your boss at your other job, is there anything else that you really need for me to do, or do you have any questions for me?
I don't have really any questions. I mean, I guess I just want to figure the situation out, and you know, my prior run-in with you know, public defenders wasn't too successful, and so I'm just kind of, you know, I never felt like the guy listened to me before.
Yeah, it's kind of the luck of the draw, unfortunately, with
Yeah.
public defenders. Well, hopefully this can be a better experience for you. I'm going to give you my card, and I just want you to know you can call me at any point in time. I'm completely available, and let me know if you have any further questions.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.